They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Noles will kick it away to start us off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Rebels offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Back to pass on second down. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quickly complete. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the Rebels are flying down the field.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Pocket breaking down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The pocket broke down and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be brought down. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. They'll try to run for it. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. The Rebels send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And to get rid of it quickly.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Working that left side. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 4 wideout set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hainsworth. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. On the ground. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Everett. The short hands, it's Leon. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Steered out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. Snagged out of the air. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third down, he drops to throw. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Everett. Hauls it in. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for space. It's Peters. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give from the gun. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Quarterbacks have abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, give on the inside. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Rebels head quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than...
Turning it on! And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Leaves it with the back. Slithers into space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. The give on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Gives it on the option. He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on 4th. Apparently not tempted to kick the 45-yard field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. Spins away from the defense. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Punts it out of the air. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand.
Breaks into the open. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Makes the grab. It's Leon. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking for room. It's Peters.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Everett. Makes the catch. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Cobb slanting near as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Across the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And the Noles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Everett. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Leon. Pulled down for the tackle.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northern Illinois is currently up big at this moment. So much so, they're on the verge of giving Mission the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over South Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hainsworth. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I don't think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Back to throw, it's Everett. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. The Noles will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Got 3 on first down and second and 7. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense is...
There he goes! Touchdown, Florida State! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And now the offense will come onto the field again. There's still plenty of time, and you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end, flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Snap from the gun on third down. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. He takes it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is work.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting a huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Everett. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Caught behind the line. It's Beal. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
He'll return it from the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And that had all the makings of it. Bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Bring in the heat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hainsworth. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
42 Spider.
Scanning the field, it's Everett. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense set on first down. The run from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Rides the back on the option to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the...
Breaks into the open. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Using his feet. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw, it's Everett. Looking to get it in. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the more with that trip to the house. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
We'll see the the offense make its way onto here, hoping for a successful drive. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Spins away. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get. Football back.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you've got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Here we go. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Got it behind the line. It's Wilkerson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Makes the grab. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man across the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.